about now? How about now? Hello, hello. Saved by Grace podcast. What is going on? The very first one of the year. So I'm still learning. Going on. Nice. Well, welcome in. I appreciate you guys stopping by. This is the very first one, so welcome to Murphy Photography and Film. This is the very first one as partners, so we're just trying to figure out what's going to be a good schedule for us, what's going to be the type of content that members want to see, and so forth. But today we got some cool things. I want to talk about some gear that I have, along with unboxing some merch for a small company that I support called Uphill Battle. Very awesome clothing brand that a couple of the homies they actually designed. So I want to give them some love as well. I'm actually wearing one of their hats right now. Boom, boom. There you go. What up, Q? Just got the alert. That's what's up, Josh. How are we doing, man? This is the first one. I'm learning. So trying to figure it out. I think what I want to do is I want to do these live stream sessions every Friday at 10 o'clock, and we can be editing, we can be talking about gear, we can do unboxing of tech gear, just kind of dive deep into photography and kind of my everyday I won't say challenge, but my everyday way to get better and connect with you guys as viewers and as well. So I really want to build a community here. The YouTube channel is doing really well. I'm wanting to post a new video every week at Wednesday at 1 p.m. So that's another thing that we've been doing. Think about getting a Sony A7S II right now. I have a Canon D Mark II. Dude, that is literally the setup that I have. 100%. So the Saved by Grace. I don't know. What should I call you? Can I call you Grace? I don't want to be rude or anything and stuff. But listen. So I have the Canon 6D Mark II. It is a fantastic camera. It does really good. Now I have 3 opinions basically on the type of cameras to use based on what you're trying to shoot. Now, granted, it's an opinion. It is not 100% accurate, but I want to let you know what I experienced. When I first started photography, I started with a Nikon. I shot with a Nikon D3200 and I went up to a Nikon 7200. And the difference between those, I found that it was easier to shoot outside sports, and landscape, just outside. That dynamic range was a lot better. Then I switched to a Canon. I went to a Mark II, the 6D Mark II. Actually, I might have it packed away, but that might be something I do for another stream, just kind of show my old gear that I don't use. And then I switched to Sony. Now, the reason why I switched to Sony, there's benefits to all these cameras, but I wanted to do more video and low light for weddings, along with just more cinematic pieces. I just want to get better at that. And Sony was a better way to the ultimate package in a sense. For those low light. Canon, I will say, was my favorite for outside portraits. For I loved the rich color it had. Nikon had a better shutter speed. Sony's better in low light. So they all have this give and take, in my opinion. But if you are thinking about going to a video side of things, I would definitely recommend any type of Sony. Sony's tracking for their autofocus is really amazing. Some of the weddings that I've done, so if the bride is walking down the aisle, obviously there's going to be a lot of faces that's going to be directed towards you. Its focal point is very, very precise, so you can move just slightly and it'll still be right in track. So if that's something that you are shooting events, or if you're shooting just maybe a single portrait, depending on the lens, Sony might be the option for you. Now, the one that you're talking about, the A7 S3, solid camera, takes great photos. I use I have a 7R, and then I've shot with 7R3 with weddings too. The difference between, I think, is like maybe the megapixels for the photos, but it's not that much. I mean, they're both hand in hand, work really great. I'm actually filming right now on the 7R. I've had this camera for about 4 years, so depending on the longevity of what you're trying to do too, I mean, I definitely recommend it. I hope that helps. I feel like I could ramble in a sense because, like, you know, like, it's almost like a camera is still an extension of the person. So, like, you know, it's the same conversation as somebody saying, oh, like, I like this car because this car is never broken down for me, it's always worked well for me, etc. And then they become a fan of that car, even though a Mercedes is better than a Subaru in a sense, you know what I mean? So it's like, it depends on the user and stuff. So I hope that helps. So yeah, we're vibing. I want to do these every Friday at 10 o'clock, and just go over some of the things that, you know, as creators, what we go through. I want to dive deep into what you guys kind of like see from me. I want to be very open and transparent with my business. I am full-time now, so I'm shooting everything from weddings to portraits to events to commercial use and things like that. So this channel is going to be seeing a lot of that as well, on the business side. And I think the biggest piece of advice is, don't look at competition as competition. There's so much work out there. We live in such a heavy digital world right now that somebody is constantly wanting media in some sort of fashion. So don't collaborate with other creatives. Don't look at them as competition. You're actually going to see that in on this channel here in about end of this month. There's going to be a huge announcement. I'm working alongside of about 4 other photographers. We're in a group of about 40 that's here in West Virginia that we're trying to create that type of atmosphere and stuff. I use an 85 1.4. That is so crisp, is very clear. The glass in it is just absolutely phenomenal. It is a little bit heavy, and I will say on the Sonys, it drains the batteries a little bit and stuff. Yes, Grace. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, Sonys are perfect for the video aspect of it. They shoot really good photos too, but it's like, if you're like, a lot of my packages for my weddings includes both, so like photos and videos. So like, I want to be able to have the gear right there to switch, and I don't have to worry about like setting up a whole different rig and everything like that. And that's what Sony's has excelled, in my opinion. So like I said, I use an 85 1.4. I actually have a whole video about that as well on my channel, explaining why it is my favorite wedding lens to use. So clear, so crisp. It has a very, very good, it has a low aperture, so it's 1.4, so you can get that bokeh effect, that, you know, that creamy bokeh effect that, you know, brings your subject out. But like I said, it drains the battery if you're doing video usually. So the batteries on this Sony, especially the 7R, they're very small. So if you get like a battery pack, I don't have one of those, to be honest. So like, I think that might be a better move for you. I typically, to be honest, a full day of shooting, I take like 8 batteries. They all, oh, you got one right here. They all, this is how big they are. Yeah, this is a Sony battery right there. So, did you see how quick that? Do you see how quick that the autofocus was? That's the Sony. So I mean, it's just boom right on you and everything. And then the second one I use is a 55 1.8. The next one that I'm going to get for weddings is a 35 1.4. But that thing is chunky. It's chunky with the money. It's about, I think, 1,800. So that's the thing. You know, if you're going into this type of atmosphere where you are wanting to provide a service to somebody, you want to make sure you have the great quality for them as well. Because whether you're doing stuff in post, you want to make sure that you captured it right there on the set / like on location. You want to make sure you get everything that you need. That way, when you're back in the post, you're fighting to get the great content for them and stuff. So I definitely hope that helped. And I'm being honest to you, so I haven't shot with every lens too. So there might be another lens out there that's like so much better. A lot of this stuff is just based on opinion, but I've shot 72 weddings. I shot 21 last year, 20 the year before, and the rest has been kind of like split in and out and stuff. But this is my first back-to-back years of 20, so I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Grace, after this, I will hit you back with because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'll hit you back with a sub. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm hoping that it works out for you. So this is exactly the type of conversation, you know, I'm trying to like, you know, invoke in people and just like, hey, questions, because I know when I started, I didn't have a mentor in a sense. I didn't have. I went to YouTube. I learned more through YouTube than anybody else / professor / university or anything like that. So, and I think that's with a lot of things in the world. And so YouTube is the video Google. So I think it's kind of like looking at it and be like, if you have somebody or a creator that not necessarily look up to, but at least can relate to in that situation. And I mean, I by no means I know everything, but I try to help those that are just trying to make that first step. So no, so Josh, that's a really good question and stuff. That is one thing that I would love to get into. I never had the opportunity to. Is I think it's because the generation that I started into, it was more digital. I went straight into the digital phase and stuff. I never had an opportunity to learn that at Glenville. Never had the opportunity to learn it on myself. And I've looked into it, but man, it is, I mean, I live in a small 2-bedroom apartment down here in Charleston. You need to have a dark room. You need to have, now I will take that back. You can shoot on film and get it sent out, but like, there's not very many places now in the nation that actually does it. And it's expensive too. I will say the thrill of not knowing you got a photo in focus or knowing what it looks like until it comes back. I mean, that's got to be really cool, especially if you get a really good photo and stuff. Did you offer your work for free to build a portfolio? That is okay. So that's a good question, because I feel like honestly that you could do a whole stream talking about this topic alone. Doesn't matter if you just got handed a camera or not. You still need to put confidence in yourself and confidence in the type of work that you're about to put out. And what I mean by that is, in a rural area like West Virginia, that's where we're located at now, my prices, I won't say they're high, but they're definitely above average. And the reason being is I'm trying to put myself above those clients in a sense of getting a clientele that sees my vision, understands me, works with me, and stuff like that. What I've learned is when my prices were low and I have my smallest package, those tend to be my most difficult clients. We live in a world today that they are wanting so much for nothing, and we're like one of the only vendors that we set up the shoot, we shoot, we then drive home, we edit, we go through revisions, then we edit again, then we post and market. So one shoot that might take 30-40 minutes is maybe 3 days of work in a sense, if you do it right. So you kind of gotta like think of it as that. I would set yourself, be ambitious with those prices. Give yourself a good limit. Say, I'm only doing this for this amount, and then you're going to go from there. The first wedding I did, be completely honest, was $200 for a full day. I now charge $3,000 for a full day. Huge night and day difference. Huge night and day difference. The first wedding, it was in the middle of August, super hot, all day, no communication. It was just, it almost made me not do weddings at all based on that very first impression. And then the second one was complete opposite. I said, I'm putting it up. I went from 200 to 500. I saw the complete difference. And then I was charging 500, and then I said, no, I'm going to just put it up. So I went crazy. I went ambitious in a will, and went up to 3,000. And my price has been like that for the last 4 years. And I don't think they're going to change, to be honest, because I'm very happy with my price. It's affordable in a sense of the quality that they're going to get, but I don't want to break the bank for the smaller communities here. It's a very rural area. I do payment plans. I try to help them out too, so that might be something that you might be looking into as well. But there is things when you are building your portfolio though that I would definitely recommend doing. So a lot of things I do like styled shoots where I work with models or girls and guys, and I said, hey, I just wanted to get some photos of this. I just want something to be posted. My rule of thumb is like, if I reach out to them, it's free, but if they reach out to me, then I charge them and stuff. So just kind of figure it out. Know that, you will have to take some sacrifices moving through it, but don't limit yourself just to that. What's the fun in sending it to someone else, right? Gotta have dark room and get your hands dirty. Exactly, Josh. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I would rather like learn, see, and that's to me about art. It is the process. I don't care what the finished piece is. It's always been about the process for me. I find that like that's where your internal growth is. So I definitely agree with that. How do you stand out? There's so many videographers. Another thing I kind of talked about that earlier was that don't limit yourself and look at as competitors as competition. If you do a good job, your work will speak for itself, and I mean that, and I've seen that, and I've done one wedding where I did a photo and video. I posted it right after. I booked 4 weddings from that wedding because of people saw how I was working during that wedding, and they was all 4. 2 of them was groomsmen, and 1 was a bridesmaid, and another one was in the crowd. So like, your work will speak for itself. It's just a matter of finding that confidence, getting you through that rhythm, and then it'll go from there. Don't be afraid to take on clients that are in new location. Out of state, whether it is close. I've shot as far as a mile away, and I've shot as far as Hawaii. So give yourself an opportunity to be like, okay, this is a challenge. Let me see how I can create this, and people will see that you're kind of stepping up to that challenge. Your work will speak for itself. I promise you. This is all good questions, people. I love it and stuff. This is awesome. Josh, I appreciate you coming in here, man. Josh is an OG, man. I've known this guy for a very long time. He always supports my photography, so I really do appreciate that, man. And I'm glad that you got the alert too, because for one, that means YouTube's working, and I appreciate it. I don't know anything else what I'm doing right now. I don't have any other settings. I literally have just this scene, so it's just gonna be me kind of like talking. But yeah. Let me just pull one thing up real quick. Bum. Hoping that everything's looking good on online. Okay, so let's do some unboxing and stuff. I want to show did my toes and did a couple weddings as a nice guy for free, and yeah, you have to value yourself correctly. Looking back with chains for sure, it's not an easy job. It's not, and I kind of mentioned that before. We're the one of the only vendors that keeps on working after the day, and people don't realize that. Caterers, they work before a little bit, prep for the food. Afterwards, they're done. DJ, show up, have a party, they're done. Flowers, venue, they're obviously done. Preacher, he's done. Photographer, videographer, we are working before, we work the day of, and then we're working months afterwards, connecting with the client, making sure that they got their revisions, that they're happy, they're etc. You're still editing. I mean, on average, I take about 2,500 to 3,000 photos a wedding. So I'm going through all of those, making sure they're all good to send, because I want them to get as many as they can. So yeah, it's not an easy job for sure. And I think a lot of people, especially those clients that buy the smallest package, I don't think that they are doing it on purpose. I just don't think they understand at the end of the day, and that's okay. I don't get upset with them. I'm still appreciative of them. But I think it's like with anything, if you're going to invest in something like that, especially like a day and time, really look into it and don't just check a box and say, oh, I got a photographer. Really let them know, be like, okay, this is the only thing I'm giving you and nothing more. If it is more, it'll be extra cost. So it's just one of those things and stuff. But all right, guys, let's hop into it. So we have Uphill Battle. Uphill Battle is I don't want to butcher this intro. It's not sponsored ad, but maybe someday. Uphill Battle is ran by a couple of content creators that I've been following for a while now. This is my third piece of clothing from them. They just dropped let's see, boom. So this is their story in a sense. So Uphill Battle, we understand that everyone, regardless of their background, faces their own uphill battles. These struggles shape us, mold us, and ultimately lead us to become better versions of ourselves. Our purpose is to remind you that no matter how steep the climb may seem, you possess the inner strength to overcome any obstacle. Uphill Battle isn't just clothing. We want to create a community and bonded in overcoming the challenges we all face. Together, we rise, we overcome, and we never quit. Hey, I appreciate that, Grace. Thank you so much for coming in and asking questions and getting to know. I'll drop you a sub right after this stream. I hope you have a great day, and welcome to the Murphy Photography and Film community. I appreciate you. So that's pretty much their policy, their story. And Scott Simmons is one of the owners. Amazing creator on YouTube. This guy's a fantastic storyteller. He is killing it with multiple businesses. He lives down in Austin. I look up to him a lot as a creator, but dude, his mindset is just spot on. I love it and stuff. So like, I love supporting these guys because for the whole Mamba mentality, and I want to be obsessed in a certain way with photography. I want to continue to learn. I always want to get better. This is the company I would like to try to get behind, and I want to surround myself with those type of like-minded people. So if you guys don't know, head to uphillbattle.co. They will hook you up with the best merchandise. I got one right here. I've been saving it, to be honest, all week. I got this on Monday, actually. They did the drop on, I think, Friday. Yeah, Friday. I got it by Sunday evening, super fast. This is one of their hats, like I said. Boom, boom. And then it's got uphill up here, but their hats have been awesome. I've got one t-shirt, and then I'm gonna show you what this is and stuff as well. So let's dive right into it and see what we found. Okay, so first thing is we got the piece of clothing right here. And then you get two little things inside the bag, along with a custom note card. Now, this is something that Scott does that you just have to appreciate for a small business owner. Scott goes through and he handwrites a note, thank you note, boom, boom. Right there it says, Q, my man, appreciate you greatly, Scott and Jay, owners of Uphill. It's the little things. I think it's the little things. If you're a new audience, new member, new buyer, when you get something like this, it's really cool. So really neat, really neat. I got a couple stickers from them too, stuff too, but their brand is just top notch. So this is, so I got a 2X, and they kind of do like bigger stuff anyway. I'm not big, but like I like mine close to be comfortable, not tight, right? So 2X though. This is the AAO Against All Odds line that just dropped. Very cool. I feel like they've changed their packaging too, because I don't know, last shirt I got was actually in one of these, which is cool. Ooh, man. Yeah, I like this. Let me pop that over there. Yes. So you got this. AAO, this is the front, and then on the back, ba-ba-boom, Against All Odds, all the way down. Really cool. It's kind of like a thicker shirt too, so you could wear it in, like, I would say like late fall would be like dope as could be. And it's matte. Dude, look how big this is. Yeah. I love that. I think what I'm gonna do this weekend, I'm gonna go out and get a couple headshots of me in this and tag them in it, and you guys will hopefully see those later. But dude, Scott, very happy with this. And what's really good is, like, dude, their pricing is not, it's not that bad. It's really good. This shirt right here was $39.99 for shipping and everything. It's not bad for a t-shirt that's 2X, that's heavy, that is good design. These guys are killing it over there. So huge kudos. Make sure you guys go get yours today. Yeah, that's a W, man. Let me put this right over there. I'd put it on, but I don't want to get doxxed on my very first YouTube stream. You know what I mean? Let me just bada boom, bada bing. Still not. There we go. See how quick? I love that. All right, guys. We're still going. And we're going to be talking about the next thing I want to roll into. I have two items. I want to talk about gear that I personally use and I think is like a really good investment for a lot of photographers. I don't know about video at this quite. Yeah, I guess in video in a sense. But last year I made an investment. I want to do a lot more like behind this. Oh shit! Here we go again. There we go. Yeah, so last year I wanted to do more behind the scene footage, and I wanted to show you guys what I did. Now this is kind of the best investment I made last year within all my equipment, within all of my services, etc. I ended up getting the GoPro Hero Max 10. Looks just like that. And I use this and I take it with me nonstop. This little camera shoots 4K. It also shoots raw images. It has an inner stabilization within it, so you can be like doing like crazy stuff. Perfect, awesome. This has gotten me more behind the scene footage than my phone has, along with getting footage by myself. I think that's one thing as a creator we don't think about is like, okay, do we want a tripod set up here to the right? Do we want it to be like set up in a corner? This right here has been great. Now, I want to show you where I came from. I had this right here, and I want to kind of like show the difference between the two. This right here is the action cam. I don't even know what brand it is. Let's see if I can pop that open. But I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of both of these. Oh, geez. Okay, so this thing hasn't been out in forever. Oh gosh, I got it. So this is the action cam, little 4K action cam, Wi-Fi compatible, no stabilization, so keep that in mind. I had this for about 2 years, was not happy with it at all. Now, the difference between this is not a name brand, and it's a little bit cheaper. This name brand, GoPro, stabilization, 4K, raw images, shoots 120 frames per second. I mean, this thing's a mini computer. Now, the difference is this right here is waterproof without a case. This isn't. So, for the extra $100, get this GoPro Hero. This is the max. Now they just came out with a 10, and it was it's just as mind blowing. But I saw a massive difference between them two. Even like the lens on them is like kind of different. I mean, look at the camera. Now another thing too. This has a back screen. And then this one right here has back screen, but it also has a front screen right there. Yeah. So, yeah, look at that cute little thing, man. I love my GoPro. I love it. Out of focus again. There we go. I think one thing I need to do, I need to switch up my lighting a little bit. But, yeah, so this is one of the best investments I made. I got the creator combo pack, so it comes with like a chest piece along with some other things, and that was definitely worth the extra. I think it was like $80 for it, because I use it every single day. But it has like a little thing right here. You just put that on your chest, boom, boom, and then I get my behind the scenes footage in 4K, yeah, there we go. Super clear, super stabilized. I can color grade this footage if I need to, and it's amazing. I even like at some point in my life when I have like crazy amount of people and stuff, I would love to like honestly see if anyone's ever shot a full wedding with one of these. I think it could be done, and I think it could look really good. It actually, so in this and stuff also has another set of cameras that it can go from a 20 millimeter up to a 35, so you can kind of get like a different wide range of like lens viewpoints. But dude, it is by far, everyone always asks, cameras and gear and stuff like this right here, best investment I got. The mic on it too, unbelievable. And the fact that it is waterproof and can go up to like 50 meters without a case. I mean, just bloop. I mean, I can't swim, so like I'm not going 50 meters. And 50 meters is pretty deep. That's like, what was that, 90 feet or something like that? Math ain't mathin', but this didn't. This you had to put it into a case. Case looks like this. Looks like a, I don't know what. And then, oh, another thing about this too, the battery would overheat nonstop. This one battery lasts all day. And it's really good. So I mean, pros and cons. Pros, this is super cheap. Con is the battery overheats, is not fully waterproof, and it's not stabilized. Pros, stabilized, great camera, waterproof, has a front camera for vlogging. Con, it's a little bit more expensive than your average camera, but at the long run, it's definitely worth it. So I just want to I think that's a good introduction to these type of videos and stuff because like this is the type of stuff I use. Now, when we talk about some video, and audio comes hand in hand with it. So the next thing I want to talk about is these right here. These right here is DJI. Oh, it's upside down. DJI, boom, camera. These are mics. So you have a receiver that's located right here. This is why I've been doing a lot of the behind the scenes footage with Autumn Colette Photography. She gets mic'd up because she like runs around, takes the photos, and I'm just doing the video. But this is what the mic looks like, and you can like pin it. Yeah, like super small. Yeah, very sleek, right? Sleek. I want this thing focused. I was talking so good about it earlier too. There we go. Very sleek in it, and I'm still learning the levels. To be honest with you, I just need to play with it more. But being full time now, I can do that. But these things are awesome. One of the things I really love about it is an 800-foot range on it. This 800 feet. DJI is crazy. You get what you pay for it, that's for sure. Josh, absolutely right. Because honestly, dude, I got into gaming and I got into photography, and I always tell my wife, I said, Ken, I literally picked the 2 most expensive hobbies there is, I feel like. But one thing that I've learned is when I was started earlier, I bought the cheap equipment. Big mistake and stuff. If you want to good content, you got to pay the money and stuff. But most of the time, they have really great warranties. The companies have great customer service, along with the longevity of the product. I've had these for a year, and I mean, I'm happy with them. They just came out with the second version of these. I don't think I'm going to get them. I don't need them. These are doing just fine. And what's cool is when you put them in the little pack, whatever, this whole pack, it actually charges it. So it just has a USB-C right back here. It has 3 lights. I don't know if you, yeah, so 3, it actually has 4 fully charged, and this is only like 75% charged. But super cool. Look how sleek this is. You throw it in the backpack, you have an audio right here, an audio tool. Yeah. Yes, Josh, exactly. So that's the thing. When you're doing weddings, when you're doing like stuff like that, people want to get they want like their vows and stuff. I tell them straight up, I don't like to record those. That's not my style. And then they either move on or they don't care. So, but I don't want them to be wired up. Like, it shouldn't be like an interview. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. This, very sleek. You put it on there. It does really good. Yeah, let me see that member badge, bro. Cisco, huge shout out, guys. Huge shout out to this guy as being the first member on this channel. Member meaning that he is paying the $2.99 membership to get exclusive videos, to get exclusive rights up in chat, like all that good stuff. I'm learning so much. This is gonna be so cool. I try to do a cheaper version for a lot of people too, because like I said, I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it to create and stuff. So, dude. And also, listen, guys, if you're in chat and you're not following this guy, he just hit 1,000 followers himself. He's an amazing Call of Duty content creator. He's like my version of J-God. He gives educational videos, premium gas every single time. The dude has always been there for me. He literally hopped on a call for me last night to help set this up on the back end. So, like, the dude, I appreciate you, Cisco, more than you ever know. I appreciate it. So, give that guy some love as well, guys. But yeah, Josh, you're absolutely right on it. Because if you're wearing like a wire and battery pack, 2, if you're doing video, right, you can't Photoshop that out. That looks terrible. And they have a big old wire and then the battery pack right on their butt or something like that. Like, photos, yeah, you can get away with it, but video doesn't. And I try to, like, what's one way that you can limit that? Now, the second version of this is even smaller, but the way they designed it was like transparent and they look cheap. I don't like them. I like this design. more. This one right here, like, I like that design a lot more than what they had. So something to think about. Now these were $240. Scott is actually the creator that put me on this. He actually talked about it in one of his videos. Put a link, and then I was just like, dude, that'd be perfect for what I need a grab and go audio system. What is really cool too is they come along with 2 of these receivers that plugs directly into your iPhone or your Android. So you have both. So whether if you whatever you're filming on, you can get really good audio just right off the right off your phone too. So they're, yeah, like I said, they're about $230, but you get 2 of them. Full battery pack, DJI. I mean, I've had drones, I've had gimbals, I literally just bought the Osmo Pocket 3, which will hopefully be here next week. So that might be the unboxing of that video actually. And I'm like, I could probably like set it up right on stream. I think that'd be a super fun one to do. That is something that I've been trying to get a second camera, so when I'm shooting these type of cameras, I have a wider shot. Now that actually shoots in D-Log, which is like raw video, and dude, like it was $500, and I looked at all the film on it. You know, I looked at it and I was like, this is actually a really good deal. So like, I got it. I got that. I got a tripod. I'm gonna do some cool things on my car. I'm driving down the highway with it, so like I'm excited for it. It comes with like a gimbal inside it, so it's very stabilized. Like you can like this is what like those families go to Six Flags. This is like what they use all the time. So they're just like, and you're like, dude, how does this 50-year-old dad get in the most stabilized footage ever? It's one of these, but they just came out with a new one. This is the Pocket 3, and I mean 4K, 120 frames per second. It's pretty much this camera from the GoPro on a mini gimbal. That's honestly what that is and stuff. So super cool, super cool. But dude, I'm so excited. So yeah, so the member badge is down there at the bottom. They're like a little, that right there's like the little photography aperture, like your lens. And I have different colors for different ones and stuff. So they should update just like Twitch would do. They should update. I think I have 7 of them, and I think you can pick up to 10. But I think I did 1 month, 3 months, 6, 9. A year, year and a half, and 2 years. I think that's what I did. Yeah, so. Yeah, I think that, Josh, if you're still here, do you feel like you've learned anything on this, first stream? I'm trying to find out. I want to show you guys more of this uphill battle stuff because I think it'd be really cool. Let me do. There we go. Cool. So this is their website right here. Okay, this is the AOA site one that just dropped. So they got some really cool stuff, man. Some cool stuff. And I think they're doing another one in April already. Our boy Swole! Jeez, man. Yeah, so you see it's like a little bit baggy, but dude, it's a vibe. It is a vibe. Yeah, for sure, Josh. For sure. I mean, there's I wanna go over here too. Yeah, so this is his Twitter. Dude is amazing. His YouTube is just like spot on with content creation. Like, and I've gotten so much inspiration from him. He's killing it. He started about over a year ago with it. I mean, he's gotten some really big bangers and stuff. So, yeah. Let me just exit out, boom. Video cut. Boom. We back. One thing I gotta do scenes and stuff. The short style though, the chubbies, I think that is what they're called. They're nice, dude. I like them because I don't like wearing like long shorts anymore. Like I like wearing like PJ pants when I'm at home or those shorts in the summer. But dude, I'm excited to go full time because I just hate. This is gonna make me sound really weird, but like I just hate like wearing clothes to wear clothes in a sense. Like I want to be comfortable. I want to like wear t-shirts and I want to be the Adam Sandler of photography. That's a good way to put it. So had to hit the leg day every day, dude. That's why I started getting my tats. So I gotta tats on my legs and stuff because I'm trying to hide the fact that they look like chicken legs, bro. No. What else could we talk about in this first one? What do you guys want to know? Let me see if there's anything else. No, okay, so Grace was talking about the 85 1.5 millimeter lens. This is that one right there. So it's a chunk, man. It's beefy, but this is probably the best lens. Best lens that I got in my photography career. Yeah. That's another thing too. I'm excited to like kind of like start working out a little bit, just get a little bit healthier. I think mentally I'm gonna be happier. This has always been the goal, and I think now that I'm getting up to the starting line, right? I'm just like, oh shit, I can't believe I'm in this race, and it's scary, but I know I can do it. And I'm okay with that. I love to challenge myself. I'm 30 years old. I'm ready to go. You know? That lens, bro. That lens is about 1,800, 1,500. Let me look real quick. 85. Now there's a couple places that you can go to. You can go to like B&H Video if you're a photographer. Not using them, you're absolutely out of your mind. So it's 85 1.4 Sony. It's for 1,500 right now. So I bought it at 1,800, but that was 2 years ago. So damn, yeah. But dude, it's worth it. It is an amazing lens. Now here is a Sigma 30 millimeter 1.4 for $300. Do we want that? Do we want that, chat? Because that is something that could be a freaking banger, man. I'm gonna put that as my like, because I've been looking at getting the Sony 35 1.4, 30 1.4. I'm gonna put save, the old save to later. Yeah, you can don't skip leg day, man. Never skip it. Dude, what is up with... I talked all this good stuff about Sony, bro, and it does it really quick. It just like, I think it's because of this big old schnoz right here. Big old schnoz. Dear gosh, what else could we talk about? What else do I got? I'm trying to get a solid hour. It's been 50 minutes, so I'm trying to wait for another 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, just in case anybody comes in, shows love. You know. Yeah, Sony's trolling me now, man. So, Cisco, if I'm understanding correctly too, these live streams, will they count to your watch hours too? Because if I do that like once because like Josh has been in here the whole time, so I would think that he would be getting a lot of watch hours from me on that and stuff too. Both horizontal and vertical will count to watch hours. It's interesting. That's not, so he's mentioning watch hours. So for vertical is going to be going to shorts feeds. That's the next. I want to do that with the next goal too, because I think that's where you get some really good exposure. But I'm learning. I'm hoping with each one of these, like, you can kind of see the different set of like lighting. We just do have more scenes. We get a little bit more dynamic. We got the chat flowing a little bit more, and we just kind of like get into it and stuff. But okay, so this is interesting, Cisco. You know how I was talking about description? So I put my description from Streamlabs into it, but I also put the one that I had when I streamed long time ago. So I have to go fix that because it's talking about AI and stuff. I mean, we can talk about AI. AI is freaking crazy. The generative fill in Photoshop is absolutely insane. I'm a big fan of it. Man, hey Josh, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did, asking some really cool questions. We met Grace, we had Josh in here, and we had Cisco. So three homies, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, next week, I hope I have an unboxing of a new camera. So that's gonna be we'll dig like real deep in that and stuff, man. Appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you. So let's see. One thing. Yeah, I don't know why it's like this on the back end. I guess I'll just have to go back in and like edit that video, I guess, and just take that out. Hey, we learned. I put the thumbnail in correctly. I did do that, so that was. I'm happy that I did that correctly. But yeah, let's go check. I think to end it, let me just I'll just show you guys one of my videos and how I want to like continue to get better at it. Okay, we'll just kind of like break it down a little bit. Boom, boom. And film YouTube channel. I am here with Kirsten, my second shooter, aka my go-to model for everything. And today we're gonna be doing some POV photography, and we're recording it on this GoPro Hero 10 right here. We're gonna be going to Kanawha State Forest in West Virginia and see if we can't get some moody shots for you. And I think later today the sun is actually gonna come out, so we're gonna go to a field and see if we can't do some golden hour shots. So if you guys haven't liked or subscribed, please do that now. We would very much appreciate that. In the meantime, hope you enjoy the content, and we'll see you later. All right. It's so cold for? Huh? I didn't think it was this cold.
I don't either.
right, so I like this little spot right here with this green. It's a little dark, so see if I can't like put you like right here. Okay, I'm gonna change the white balance, that way it's not like super. Okay, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's better. All right, so just, yep, just, you know, keep like your bottom the way it was, and then just turn, there you go. And then fix your hair, the other hand. Okay, and turn around, yep, and then go, yep. All right, so let's keep that, but let's just go over here a little bit. The sun's coming out now. So much for Moody.
So much for Moody.
Go about like right here. Okay, and then okay, so just kind of like hold your hands like, not like no, so just be like soft with it and stuff, yeah. And like look over to, okay, and the other way. All right, and then it's kind of like walk towards me just a little bit. There you go.
Maybe okay, but it may look fine.
I mean, you already have that little top up, so it's okay.
I can't see anything.
Wait. I turned it. How do I do the mode? I don't know if I can do the mode while I was recording.
Oh, it's front here.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's get you like right here. We'll use the sun that's peeking out a little bit. The sun just makes everything better. What's up with that? Okay, I'm just gonna get a little bit closer. Ooh, that one's good. I like that a lot.
Oh, that's good. Look at the sun.
The sun. Oh, this GoPro thing. Is this like what it is with like girls wearing bras?
Basic? Yeah.
When I pop this off tonight, I'll be like, whew, and just drop it.
Basically, that's what it feels like. Get some hair out.
I like how like when you like kind of like fix both, and you just like, you have your hands up like that. Every single time we go to shoot in the road, there's always cars that comes. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I guess
why,
it's
like,
logical.
cars should be on the road, but it's like the timing of it. Oh yeah, I like this a lot better.
Better?
Yeah,
Better
yeah,
meaning?
yeah. Well, I'm just talking like,
Location.
yeah. You got like a little cool like brown and moody thing going on, so. Yeah. All right, so just kind of switch up positions. You can have it off the shoulder if you want. Yo, Luke. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I was like that, and then just look at me. I was letting this play a little bit close up because I wanted to grab some gear behind me to kind of. Yeah. So this is like 1600. ISO is 45. All right, so kind of like keep it off of your shoulders, and then step back like 10 feet, and then just kind of like walk and be like happy-go-lucky, if that makes sense. Yeah, go back a little bit more. All right there, and just walk, happy. That's not happy-go. Okay, so earlier in the stream, oh shoot, motherfucker. I mean, sorry, I can't say that. I'm a partner. There we go. Nice. Earlier in the stream, we was talking about old gear, and I wanted to show some old gear. Now, this is my first Canon that I had, okay? So, nice little 50 millimeter Very nice, very nice. 1.8. This is the Canon EOS 1. This thing weighs about 3 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds. Massive boy, big boy, but it only shoots photos, doesn't do video. It was one of my favorite cameras ever. I learned a lot through this one, just like different things. What happened was the shutter inside, I don't know if I can show this to you or not, and it's probably all actually, I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, inside there's a little piece from the shutter that is broken, and so it pretty much just kind of like shut down on me. I could send it off, but no one worked on this older model. Now this thing is this is still a very good camera. Like, if you got a refurbished one, it would be 100% worth it. Crazy good. Now, we was talking about film cameras earlier and stuff too, and this is the film camera that I got. This film camera was given to me by my aunt-in-law, my cousin's mom, my wife's cousin's mom, my wife's family, okay? And what was really cool, it only shot one time, and it shot at a 1986. I'm afraid if I say 82, when we get yelled at by them, to think of them, they're older. 80s. Graduation. The only time it shot. It hasn't shot since. What I love about this camera is the absolute detail that Canon had when they first started. There's no plastic that is on this that is like cheap. This is a 70 millimeter auto zoom 1.3. I've never even like went into this and stuff. I mean, it's super cool. Now, what's neat about this? So you guys remember? Josh, that's a very good idea, but I don't think he kind of likes me very well. So we'll just kind of keep it at that. But I appreciate the insight, though. I really do. But here's the thing, too. Like, the shutter speed was also at the top here. So it goes from 1 all the way up to 1,000 was the shutter. That's the quickest that this thing got. So I mean, it's just so cool, because this AE1 is actually the first camera of this line. If you guys remember like watching like Miami Vice or like any type of like police shows and stuff like that, like this was mainly the camera that was being used for those movies as props, not as to be filmed and stuff, but like when they're like looking for a drug lord and they're like, oh yeah, and they have like this big lens on, this is the one that they're using and stuff. Which is funny because this only does up to 25 photos. So that means that cop had to go through... Yeah, Josh, it's all good, man. It's just all good. But that cop had to go through like probably 4 or 5 different rolls of film during a stakeout. Imagine what they can do with video, not video, but like digital now and stuff. But like, yeah, so then you had this, boom, boom. That's how you take a picture, boom, boom, and then at the back end you would actually see the film roll across whenever this like mechanism would push it and stuff. This is just a super cool camera. I don't plan to actually shoot with this. I love it just to look at it and remind myself like why photography is so cool. Another thing too, so I don't know if you guys can see this part. These like little spikes and stuff on it. This is how like the grip was, dude. It's just like, that's just too cool, man. I freaking love it. Very cool camera. But yeah, they gave me this we was at, I think, Thanksgiving, and they was just like, oh, if you want it, you can have it. I was like, this is amazing. Like, it's like one of the best gifts someone could give me, because it's not like, I mean, this is let's see, 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 40, 50-year-old camera. When this thing was manufactured, think about it that way. Like, it's in really good shape. Really good shape. I mean, it would still take right now. But, and to the viewfinder, bro, when you look through it, it looks exactly like those cop movies and stuff, too. I don't know, like, how to explain it, but I don't know. Super cool. Super cool. Super cool. But I usually have that just up on my desk and everything. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, dude, when I first started, too, another cool thing was I thought I need like a button. There we go. One of the cool things when I was like buying a new camera going, I wanted the shutter speed to sound like this one. And it really hurt me because Sony really didn't have that. Sony has a different type of click on it. But I don't think the Nikon that I had when I first started, its shutter wasn't satisfied. But this is like the click, switch, click. I mean, that's photography and stuff. I agree 100% that mechanical feel. I would take this on road trips though. One cool project that I want to do, and Josh, you're going to like this and stuff, is that I wanted to shoot one photo in every county in West Virginia. And this would be a perfect camera for that. It's something that is just like, I don't know, I think it'd be a very cool project, and then you get all the negatives and you could put it into an amazing video. But 55 counties, 55 photos. That's going to be like a huge project for me in the summer. And I think that's going to be good. Plus, you could create like a whole behind the scenes like video from each one of those. That's 55 videos. Recycle and reuse content, baby. That's the best way to do it. Best way to do it. All right, let me put these back. So let me just hop this back over here and let you guys.
So lucky, you're just like,
Oh, you want me to?
yeah, hands out, really waving, you
Really
know.
waving.
Happy go lucky, yeah. Okay. What is
Like a
that?
big goof.
What is that?
What do you want me to do with them? Like swing my arms?
No, like, you know, magical, you know?
Like. Give me an example.
No, go like right here. Maybe I can, come here, like right here. Right there. Yep. Okay, go ahead and put it back on. No, that looks cool. Alright, look the opposite way. And fix your hair just a little bit. That looks cool. That looks...
Yeah, that looks cool because my hat's wrong.
Oh my gosh. Alright, see if that's good. Alright, now just look at me. That looks good. So we are shooting right now. We're at like 1/2500th of a second. ISO is obviously all it cranked all the way down because we got all this light that's pouring in. All right, kind of like move your hands a little bit. Okay, kind of like grip. There you go. All right, and just kind of like be like a little bit. There you go. See, she already knows like what I'm trying to tell her and stuff too, which is great. So I think I might crank the shutter speed up a little bit, just see if I can get, that way it's not super. Let's do something like That looks good. Okay. I want to switch lens. I'm gonna use this 85. Usually the 50 is my go-to, but I have been obsessed with this 85mm lens. It's awesome for portraits. It's awesome for like the 1.4. Gives a great freaking effect. And then I'll put these side by side, that way you can actually see a difference between the two. All right, look at me. Yeah, so cool. And then I'm gonna change the white balance on this too. I'm gonna make it a little bit more. Let's put it on. So I use shade a lot. Shade gives that orange effect. All right, look at me. Yeah, that was, it's money. That's great. Quick outfit changed, and we're gonna go with the white for her. I think that's gonna just give it a little bit more contrast on it, with all that light coming through. So, see if we can't get her here in the same little spot. So, as you can see, I don't know if you can really tell by all this, but all this is like just old like brush or whatever. It's all brown, and usually in September all of these has really bright yellow flowers. So there's, at any point in the season, there's different types of color that you can use through this field, but right now we have browns to work with. So she has like this tan, white, and everything. I think it's going to be good, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, so yeah, get you there, add a little depth into it, go back just a little bit more. Yep. Okay. That was good. That was a good one. I didn't know what that was there for a second. And sun's already messing with us, so that's awesome. So you know when you lose light, just want to open up that shutter, go a little bit down. You might need to boost the ISO on it, but not much. You don't want to get it grainy. Just gotta keep working with it. And just like that, the sun just disappeared, but we can still get some really good shots. So let me show you what. Stand back a little bit farther here, show you what we do. Now we can use this space. I'm gonna go over here because now you can see, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a whole like weird building over there. So I'm gonna shoot her like that. That looks really good. Go ahead and switch like your hands. Use that negative space if you have it, and you can just work into it. So all this right now is being shot by 1/3200th, ISO
right.
500, 1.4 aperture.
I had to put my stuff back on the thing. So yeah, guys. Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. So I think this was a really good little first stream. I'm going to be doing these, I think, at 10 o'clock every Friday. It'll probably always be a Friday, I just don't know what time. But I want to try to do it every week, where we talk, answer some photography questions along with unboxing stuff. Next week, if everything comes on time, they're supposed to be here on the 11th. We'll be doing an unboxing of a new camera and some gear, a new mic, and just kind of like show you guys the type of setup for that and go from there. But listen, thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope we had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time, and we'll continue to create, and we'll continue to grow. And yeah, welcome to the Murphy Photography and Film YouTube community. You guys have a great day.